So I just wanted to make a quick video giving an overview of this, which is a project that I just finished and I'm open sourcing. So this is a e-ink display from Waveshare, and it's got an ESP32 microcontroller. So when you buy this, the stock code on it lets it share pictures from the SD card, but you got an ESP32 micro on this with Wi-Fi. So I thought I don't want to be like pulling an SD card out of thing. The SD holders are often pretty fragile. Every time I want to put new pictures on it, I'd rather have it, if I've got a folder on my network drive, why not have this thing grab pictures from that network drive? So I've got some code that does that. So I've had for a few years this little Odroid H2, and it runs Linux, and it's had a 6 terabyte hard drive plugged into it, which has been a network share on my network, and I back up all my pictures from my phone because I don't have a proper camera. And so what I do is I've now got a second folder on there called Photo Frame Photos, and pop ones I really like in there. And then what this does is every 30 minutes it pops out of deep sleep. I can use the little button on the back. It's got one of the buttons is called key, and I've set that to also force it to do an update. So it'll every 30 minutes grab the latest, grab a random photo from that folder, and then download it. It can handle JPEG and bitmap files. Can't do PNGs because it just runs out of RAM. It's a microcontroller, but it can decode JPEGs and bitmaps. It will downscale crop them to 800 by 480, and then it applies dithering because e-ink displays can't, if I can zoom in, will it focus? Come on. Doesn't want to. Oh, there we go. So you can see dithering. So it can only display one of those 6 colors it has: green, blue, yellow, red, black and white. So dithering is a technique where you just basically mix those colors with an algorithm. So I'm using the Floyd-Steinberg dithering algorithm, which is a common one, and it looks reasonably good quality. So it then dithers the photos and then writes into the e-ink display before going back to sleep. So it's also got a temperature and humidity sensor on the back. So I've got a Home Assistant servo running on a Raspberry Pi in my house that I've set up in the last few weeks, so I can control some smart bulbs from my phone. And this now logs the temperature every 5 minutes. It wakes up, logs temperature and humidity, and then shares those with the Home Assistant network, the Home Assistant server, sorry. So down the track, if I ever wanted to try and make my aircon a bit smarter, and you could tell it, hey, hold temperature, but we want the temperature in the middle of the room, not the temperature at the aircon unit on the wall, to be 24 degrees. So this can sit on a shelf in the middle of the room and be the temperature sensor for the room, for example. So yeah, so it's got basically, you've got free hardware on there, may as well use it. So there's me in the lab. So that's the project. So handy little photo frame. I've got all of the code up on my GitHub, open source, and I've attributed all the libraries. So it just requires downloading the code, flashing it to this with a USB-C cable, and then just setting up Nginx if you've got a little Linux network drive. If you've got any other way of sharing folders, it's basically just like you might be able to run something equivalent on Windows, because it's just looking for a folder that's just a directory of images, and then just grabbing random images from that directory of images. So it's pretty straightforward. So yeah, handy little photo frame.